Ever, like, have someone break a promise?
Yeah.
Or, like, totally flake on plans?
Oh, all the
Super
time.
annoying.
The
Or-
worst.
Well, get this. Imagine taking all that frustration to court
Whoa.
over a $2 travel fare.
What? No way, really?
Yeah, it's wild. Today, we're deep diving into this news story from Harare, Zimbabwe.
Okay.
That'll for sure make you rethink, like, what a casual promise really means,
I'm intrigued.
So, picture this. We've got Primrose Sithole and her boyfriend, Taurai Chidokwani.
Right.
Taurai sends Primrose $2 for
Right.
transportation to his place. Like,
Okay.
they make plans.
Yeah.
And she ghosts him. Poof, gone.
Oh, no.
I mean, most people, right?
Yeah.
Probably just like grumble a bit,
Right.
move on.
Exactly.
But Taurai
Yeah.
decides, nope, I'm taking her to court. He alleges breach of contract. And here's the real kicker. The court sides with him.
No way. Over $2. What
I
happened?
know, right? I was floored too when I first read this. $100 fine for not showing up. Come on, that's over 50 times what he originally sent. Seemed a bit extreme, no?
Yeah, that's a lot.
What do you think? Was the court, like, justified?
Well, I guess to really get the court's decision, we gotta unpack what breach of contract actually means, right?
Yeah.
Like, simply put, it's when someone doesn't, hold up their end of the bargain. Doesn't matter if it's like super formal or just casual.
Okay.
And legally speaking, there are, certain elements that need to be there. Proven, I mean.
What, like,
was there a real offer? Did the other person accept it?
Yeah.
And was there an exchange of, something
okay,
valuable?
but wait,
In this case, that would be the $2.
Right.
So the court probably wanted to make a statement.
I
know.
see.
Even casual agreements have legal weight, even if they weren't, signed and notarized and all that.
Okay, that makes sense. But, honestly, we make a ton of casual promises every day.
Oh, for
I'll
sure.
call you back, let's do coffee. Are we all walking liabilities then?
That's the question, isn't it? It really gets to how technology's changing things.
How so?
Think about it. We're constantly like sending money, making plans, even, negotiating stuff, all through texts and apps, digital exchanges. They create a record, like an informal contract. And that can be used if there's, a dispute.
This case really shows that, huh? I mean, they literally used mobile money transfer receipts, WhatsApp messages.
Exactly. It's like we're leaving this digital trail of mini contracts wherever we go.
Kind of scary when you think about it like that. Makes you
Yeah.
wonder, are there, like, bigger implications we aren't seeing?
Oh, absolutely. As more and more of our interactions happen online, how do we make sure everyone's on the same page?
Right.
And how do we prevent these kinds of, avoidable conflicts?
Speaking of expectations, there was another detail in this case that really got me. After getting the money, Primrose turns off her phone. Got a deliberate no. What do you think?
It definitely makes you wonder about her intentions.
Right.
Was she just, like, forgetful? Or did she, actively decide to ditch the agreement?
Yeah.
It's hard to say for sure, but it brings in a whole other layer. Cultural context.
You're right. We can't just ignore that. So, like, what are some of the social expectations or, dynamics in Zimbabwe that might have played a role either in the court's decision or even in what Primrose did?
It's tough to say without really knowing the specific cultural nuances,
Sure.
right? But it's worth thinking about how societal norms around dating,
Okay.
communication, and money, financial transactions might have factored in. For example, are there certain expectations around who pays for transport when people are dating?
Interesting.
Could there be unspoken social pressures, power dynamics even?
It's true. We always have to consider the bigger social context.
Exactly. It reminds us that legal matters are never just about the law.
That's a really good point. Makes
Yeah.
this seemingly simple case a lot more complex, huh?
For sure.
Makes you wonder how often these kinds of misunderstandings happen just because of things left unsaid, or cultural differences, even in our own lives.
Oh, definitely. And it just highlights how important clear communication
Absolutely.
is. And understanding where the other person's coming
Totally.
from. Think about it. Have you ever had an agreement go bad because of a missed text?
Oh, yeah,
Or a misunderstanding about who is supposed to do what?
all the time. And in the digital age, things can escalate so quickly, it's crazy.
I know. Communication can get so easily misinterpreted, and sometimes that online anonymity makes people feel less accountable for their actions.
It's true. Which brings us back to that idea of trust and responsibility in the digital world.
Right. If a simple $2 travel fare can end up in court,
Yeah.
it begs the question, how do we navigate all this?
This whole evolving landscape of agreements and expectations, you mean?
Exactly. How do we do it in a way that's fair, ethical?
Great question. So as we wrap things up, what are some key takeaways you'd like to leave our listener with?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is that even casual agreements matter.
Okay.
Especially now where digital communication creates this like permanent record of our promises.
I see.
It's really about being mindful of our commitments, even the small ones, the casual ones, and recognizing that thanks to technology, the lines between informal and, legally binding, they've blurred.
Wow. That's a really powerful thought. And it makes me wonder, in a world where tech lets us connect and make agreements instantly, how do we cultivate a deeper sense of responsibility, for our digital interactions?
That's the $1 million question, isn't
Something
it?
to think about, for sure.
Yeah.